Friends, today we are going to do the chapter subject and predicate. It is the first chapter from the Wren Martin book. In this chapter, in this exercise, we are going to discuss that when we make a sentence, then we get two parts. The first part is known as the subject, and the second part is known as the predicate. Now, what is a subject? So, when we make a sentence, we always have a topic to say something about. We always have to say something about something, so that something is known as the subject of the sentence. It may be a person, or it may be anything, or anything, maybe it nature, or about any kind of noun or pronoun. So we always have any topic or something about to say. So that something or that thing which we are talking about is known as the subject of the sentence. And what are we talking about? That subject, what are we talking about, indicates the predicate of the sentence. That becomes the predicate of the sentence. So hence every sentence has two parts. We may define it as the part which names the person or thing we are speaking about is called the subject of the sentence, and the part which tells something about the subject is called the predicate of the sentence. I hope I have made it very clear. So let's move on to the first question. The cackling of geese saved Rome. So here we are talking about the cackling of geese. So the cackling of geese becomes the subject of the sentence. And what is the remaining part? Saved Rome. So saved Rome is the predicate of the sentence. The second sentence is the boy stood on the burning deck. So in this sentence we are talking about the boy. So the boy is the subject of the sentence. And what are we talking about that boy? What are we saying? We are saying that he stood on the burning deck. So stood on the burning deck becomes the predicate of the sentence. One thing should be noted, that predicate is always has a verb. Like in this sentence we get stood. Stood becomes the verb, so it is the predicate of the sentence. Next we move on to the third part. Tubal Cain was a man of might. So in this sentence the Tubal Cain is the subject and was a man of might is the predicate. In this sentence, what is the verb? Was. In this sentence we have the word was, so was becomes the part of the predicate. Next we move on to fourth number. Stone walls do not make a prison. In this sentence we are talking about the stone walls. So stone walls is the subject and do not make a prison becomes the predicate of the sentence. The fifth, the singing of the birds delights us. So the singing of the birds is the thing we are talking about in this sentence, so it becomes the subject. And what are we saying about the subject? That they delights us. So delights us is the predicate of the sentence. Next, sixth number. Miss Kitty was rude at the table one day. Miss Kitty becomes the subject and was rude at the table one day becomes the predicate of the sentence. Number seventh, he has a good memory. So he becomes the subject and has a good memory is the predicate of the sentence. Number 8, bad habits grow unconsciously. Bad habits is the subject, grow unconsciously is the predicate. Number 9, the earth revolves round the sun. The earth is the subject and revolves round the sun becomes the predicate of the sentence. Next we move on to 10th number. Nature is the best physician. Nature is the subject of the sentence and is the best physician is the predicate of the sentence. Number 11th, Edison invented the phonograph. So Edison is the subject and invented the phonograph is the predicate. Number 12th, the sea had many thousand sands. So we are talking about the sea. So the sea is the subject, and what are we talking about it? That it has many thousand sands. So hath many thousand sands becomes the predicate of the sentence. We cannot pump the ocean dry. We are talking about we in this sentence. So we is the subject and the predicate is cannot pump the ocean dry. Number 14th, borrowed garments never fit well. So borrowed garments is the topic, is the subject of the sentence, and what are we going to say about that topic? That they never fit well. So never fit well is the predicate of the sentence. Number 15th, the early bird catches the worm. The early bird is the subject, catches the worm is the predicate. 16th, all matter is indestructible. All matter is the subject, is indestructible is the predicate. Number 17th, Islamabad is the capital of Pakistan. Islamabad subject, is the capital of Pakistan predicate. Number 18th, we should profit by experience. We subject, should profit by experience predicate. Number 19th, all roads lead to Rome. All roads subject, lead to Rome predicate. Number 20, a guilty conscience needs no excuse. A guilty conscience is the predicate, needs no excuse is the predicate of the sentence. Number 21, the beautiful rainbow soon faded away. The beautiful rainbow subject, soon faded away is the predicate. Number 22nd, no man can serve two masters. No man subject, can serve two masters is the predicate. Number 23rd, a sick room should be well aired. A sick room subject, should be well aired predicate. 24th, the dewdrops glitter in the sunshine. The dewdrops is the subject, glitter in the sunshine predicate. I shot an arrow into the air. I is the subject, shot an arrow into the air is the predicate. Next, 26th, a barking sound the shepherd hears. Here the subject is, in this sentence, the subject is the shepherd, because we are talking about the shepherd in this sentence. So the shepherd becomes the subject, and what is the remaining part? He hears a barking sound. So hears a barking sound is the predicate. Number 27th, on the top of a hill lives a hermit. So a hermit is the subject, lives on the top of a hill is the predicate. I hope I have made it clear, and we have completed this chapter. Next we'll move on to another chapter. Till then, thank you, goodbye, take care.